this is Derek Dean from Studio MMA. Let's do that again. Hi everybody, this is Derek Dean from Studio MMA and MMA Noob. I'm with Jim Miller, a man that I have two things to say. One, I messed up in an interview in New Jersey and I was like, oh, you're a fantastic wrestler, fantastic wrestler. And he was like, ah. Then he took Kamal Shalaroos down, so ha! Redemption. I got a little redemption with you. And two, you have some of the best face hair in MMA. You could win a contest, it looks good. First question. You and your brother, you guys have that throwback fighting mentality, it seems. Chuck Liddell had it. The best story ever is K1 fighter Peter Ericks. He was at an event. Someone pulled out of the fight and they just said, we need you, man. Here, wear Semi Schultz's shorts. You do that, and you hear other fighters. I just heard an interview with Rashad Evans. He's like, well, they asked me if I wanted to fight him. I had to think about what was right for me. I had to think about it physically, emotionally, financially. You guys have that throwback. I'll fight him. What is it, Tuesday? I'm in. I'll fight him. How is that for you? Is that scary, or do you just, I'm a fighter, I fight?
That's exactly it. I'm a fighter. This is what I love to do. I've been fighting for just about 6 years, my first fight. And I've only had 22 opportunities. I'd like to rack up as many opportunities, because experience, it is such a helpful thing, in the sport. If you've got a good 10, 12 wins on your opponent, that's a lot of time inside the cage that you can pick things up and applying what you do inside the training room in an actual fight situation. You really can't replicate it. So I just try to get that experience.
When you talk about experience, is there a certain level when it comes to amateur fighters where you want to tell them, not that he's bad, but Travis Fulton, dude, has like 175 fights. Do you want to tell him, you need to slow down, bro? You like 250 fights in your belt.
You know what? If they can do it, and they're, I've never fought that many times close together or something like that.
Dude's fighting 3 times a week.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. But his record shows it. So it's all, I guess you're right. I'm not going to tell him what he can and can't do.
Now you and your brother, you guys are still training together. You're starting to get more and more recognition. I talked to you last time. You're like, people don't realize who we are when we're walking. Is it getting there yet, where you walk? I mean, I see you across the room, but I'm kind of here to see you anyway. But do you get that now, or are you like, I know that guy. He punched that Persian guy in the face to death.
You know what? It still happens where Dan and I get mixed up. They know that we're a Miller. That's basically it. They know that we're a Miller. The big head, scruffy little facial hair. They know we're a Miller.
Yeah.
I actually went into a grocery store right about when I started. I guess it was beginning of July. So I was really ramped up in training. Still a little bit heavier. This kid's like, oh my god, Dan Miller. I'm like, really? Come on,
He's like this tall.
Had a little conversation with this kid, gave him a signed card.
Sign your brother, or did you tell him?
No, yeah, I was like, I'm Jim, and then I'm leaving, and he's like, you're my favorite middleweight. Like, I thought we cleared this up,
Smooth. Now you're fighting your pressure. I don't know if you want to give away. It's not really training secrets. What do you do, man? Do you just wake up and do wind sprints with a weighted vest non-stop? You don't slow down. You have a tank that doesn't. Do you acknowledge it? Like, I'm tired. I don't want to be doing this anymore, but I'm going to keep doing it.
I look at it that it's I guess a lot of cardio is basically when I'm in there, I'm trying to push myself out of the comfort zone. So as good a shape as I can be in a fight, I still want to get tired if it goes to this, because that means I put in more, than I normally would. And you should, because it's worth all the harm. This is where we're getting paid. This is what has affected your career. So I'm comfortable with the fact of getting tired. And sometimes just guys that I'm a big fan of, I don't understand how they'll go and they'll fight full 3 or 5 rounds and be jumping around and doing all sorts of stuff after the fight, and knowing they lost the decision. If I'm going to lose, I want my corner to pick me up and carry me out. That's That's what I have them for, is that, my protection basically. So then if I do that and somebody beats me and I seriously can't stand up and threw everything I had on, then I'll be satisfied with the loss. Anything else I'm not satisfied. So it's not an easy thing to accomplish, but that's really what my goal is, to be okay with losing, a decision.
I like to ask everyone who fights this question. I asked someone earlier, I'll ask you. Not take yourself out of the fight world and put yourself in the fan world and keep it the fight world. When you see people, you go and go and go and go, I'm going to win this fight. Maybe I lose it, but I'm going to fight. When you see people, I don't want to name names, but you've seen them, I'm going to win on points. I'm going to take them down. I'm going to ride this sucker out. How is that for you as a fighter and a fan? Like, do you get upset watching it? How is that for you?
As a fan, it's not always the most exciting.
I don't mean chest match on the ground. I mean flat out.
Yeah,
we're not going anywhere.
The way I look at it, and this is also from a fighter perspective, I guess, is that if somebody's trying to do that to me, I need to stop them. They're working within the rules. I need to prevent them from applying their game plan. The name of the game is to win. So if guys are good at it, I respect them for being good at it. It's just that I might not enjoy watching them fight. So really, that's what it comes down to.
Much like anyone at any job, even if it's McDonald's or CEO of Ford, you're hitting the cusp. Do you get frustrated when where's my promotion? Or do you just, when the promotion comes? Like, when's the real big ticket? I'm there. I've proved it. Do you, as a fighter, kind of like me at my job? Every day I'm like, why haven't I got a raise? And I suck at everything I do. But you've proven yourself, unlike me. And do you get frustrated when you see it?
No, it's actually it's a little bit weird because we have to work.
I try not to pay attention to stuff like that.
It's like 3 or 4 hours.
It's not in your hands.
Well, yeah. Guys be more charismatic. They'll put on a persona. If it gets them paid more, it gets them paid. That's just not my path. It's not what I enjoy from the sport. I don't tune into
pro wrestling.
I don't like drama. I want to see fights. That's about it. And if somebody does that, puts on the persona, and then they go and they fight their ass off, I'll be a fan of theirs. If they put on the persona and they don't go out and fight and live up to what they've been talking or anything like that, then I'm probably not going to be a fan of theirs. So I just try to do what I would like to see done. That's just go out and fight. It's not worry about the other stuff. The fans that are fans of mine are like me because of what I do inside the octagon. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. Now, you're young and you're still fighting. As a fighter, most Americans, I'm going to retire at 62. How does it as a fighter? Do you go, I'm going to do this until I'm 35, I'm going to do this until I'm 40, or I'm going to do this until I can't do it? Like, how do you approach that?
I've got so many things that I want to do in my life. So I'm trying to make the most of fighting while I can. I still want to be able to move and play with my kids.
Yeah.
When they're 8, 9, 10 years old, when they're really rambunctious and stuff like that. I'm going to be 28 in a couple weeks, and I'm already slowing. I feel like I'm slowing down than when I was 22, 23 doing this. So I've got goals, and I'd like to be done at 34. I'd like to beat everybody and dominate everybody and be able to sport by 34 years old. Got other things I want to do.
Nice. Safe with no injury.
Yeah, hopefully.
Everyone, I don't really have any other questions. Thank you so much for your time. It's great seeing you.
Thank you. Take care.